Okay, I just want to talk briefly about computer software that you will need to create websites, and a couple of things to note with the software that you choose. So your computer will already have free software built into it. If you're on a Mac, you can use a program called TextEdit, and if you're on a Windows computer, you can use Notepad. So things to note with these: if you're on a Mac computer, you'll find the program, find TextEdit under your applications in TextEdit. But one thing you'll need to do, and I can show you this because I'm on a Mac, is, so here's TextEdit up and running. If I go into my preferences, I need to change the format of my file to plain text. Otherwise it saves the file in the wrong format and you actually can't create the website with it. So that's the thing to note with TextEdit. On a Windows computer, if you're using Notepad, you'll get to it through your Start button, All Programs, Accessories, Notepad. And the thing to note with that, as far as I'm aware, is that when you save your file using Notepad, you need to put these inverted commas around it, these ones here, because otherwise the file saves with a TXT extension on it like that, which tells the computer it's not a web file but a text file, so you need to use inverted commas. So you will be able to go through these tutorials quite fine just using the free software that comes with your computer, so feel free to do that. I want to show you briefly a few other options though. Text Wrangler, if you're on a Mac, is a good free program that you might want to try, and on Windows, Notepad++. And the reason you might want to pick software other than these two free options is there's a couple of reasons. I'll just bring up another program here, and I've got some HTML and CSS written into the program here. You can see that there's different colours that are being applied, so we've got sort of a yellow-orange text here and a blue text here. Code colouring is useful because if I forget an element in my code, so here if I remove these inverted commas, you can see this class text here has turned blue. If I put the inverted commas back in, it goes back to orange. And this can help to spot mistakes that you've made as you've been typing this stuff out. We'll get to all this soon, but just be aware that if you look outside the two free programs that you can use, you'll find software that does a bit of a better job. The other option, or the other thing to look for, is a editor that allows you to preview your website while you're working. So here I can edit the HTML and CSS, and if I click on my preview button, I can preview what I'm working on, what I'm changing. So that's a nice feature as well. So that's Text Wrangler and Notepad will both give you those preview and code colouring options. Lastly, we have paid programs. My personal favourite, it's a Mac program, it's called Coda. That was the program I just briefly showed you then. The program I'll probably be using for most of this video series is Dreamweaver, which you can get for Windows and Mac. But as I say, even though I'm using Dreamweaver, and I do mention Dreamweaver specific things a couple of times, essentially you're not going to have any trouble completing these videos with TextEdit or Notepad.